Hello and welcome to the special E3 episode of the Counterpoint Podcast. I'm Shoddy and here with Burris.
Where we'll be grading incorrectly your favorite games.
I don't know if we'll be grading them or if you can say it's incorrect since it's opinion based, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally opinionated, so you're going to be mad if you're watching this. You're going to be angry.
Maybe.
And remember, I fuel up on your hate. So let's begin.
Okay, so E3 started on Saturday with EA's conference, and we've got a list here of what they showed. It's not actually a terribly long list. For some reason, I thought
No.
theirs was longer. But I don't know if you want to introduce them.
Sure. So first of all, I'd like to say that there were significantly less games announced as compared to the previous years of E3, and I just want to point this out again that I think this is mainly due to changes in the industry and the fact that one game can make the profit of two or three AAA titles. So why make two or three AAA titles when you can make just a few games? Anyway, the first game on the list is Madden 18. Now, the interesting thing about Madden 18 is that I don't hate it. In fact, it doesn't look terrible for a sports game because it seems to actually have some sort of story mode that doesn't suck ass, similar to NBA 2K from 2K Sports, where that game is actually pretty good. What do you think about Madden 18?
I did think it was interesting that it was going to have a story mode this time, or like a fleshed out sort of narrative story.
True, true. Now, what way do you think EA could potentially fuck this up? Because I think they'll try to do some kind of like DLC for
They'll probably
like
do
different.
DLC player packs and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I thought what they were probably going to do is, they're going to make your character like a 70 average, right? So there's really no way to get above like 78, even if you do everything perfect. I'm sure if you continue to play for like 4 years, you might eventually get into the 90s on your own. But I'm guessing that they're going to be like speed pack for your create a character,
that would
five
be
five extra speed.
that would be pretty
Well,
bad.
here's the thing. They haven't done it in this current generation of Madden, but if you look back to like 2013, 2014, they were actually letting you do that for like five, like $1 would get you one extra stat. So people would be spending like hundreds of dollars to increase their character
Mm.
just by a little bit. I believe that's how it worked. I may be wrong. But anyway, let's move on to Need for Speed
Well, hold
Payback.
on, before we move on,
Okay.
I think at the end of every game we should just say, is this a buy for you? Is this a maybe or not buy?
Okay, so I'll start. I am going to buy it, and I kind of don't want to because this will be the first year in a long time that I've bought two Madden games back to back. So I have the 2017 edition.
Mm.
After I got my PS4 Pro because they don't make the PC version anymore, which is really fucking annoying, and I hate them. But also at the same time, Madden 18 is going to use the extra power of the Xbox One X and
Pro.
the PS4 Pro.
Mm.
And the reason I already know because EA is in cahoots with Xbox at every chance they get. They're not gonna say like "fuck you, PlayStation." I only want Xbox profits, but they're very much the CEO used to be the lead guy over at over at E. Yeah, the guy from EA like moved to Microsoft, and the guy from Microsoft moved to EA basically.
Mm.
So 17 was never going to get the PS4 Pro patch to make it not look like shit, but I'm almost certain that the Madden 18 version will look great on a PS4 Pro and on Xbox One X. Better on the Xbox One X because again, they're kind of in cahoots. But yeah, I'm gonna buy this game because the story mode has really intrigued me, as well as the improved graphical fidelity.
Mm. I was awfully long-winded for wanting to move on.
Yeah,
This this game is a not buy for me, no doubt.
yeah, you don't like football.
Yeah.
Okay, on the next one, Need for Speed Payback Megathread. Honestly,
You
it
don't
just
have to say
looks like.
Megathread, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're reading off of the Reddit Megathread R Games E3 2017 thread archive.
Yeah.
Thank you that underscore other account. Anyway, Need for Speed Payback. I had no interest.
No, I don't
No,
care at all.
no, it
Not a
literally
fan of
looks
racing
the
games.
fucking same as Need for Speed Rivals. It looks like they've done dick all. It's just using the Frostbite engine again, which is great and all. Um, but worst of all is that why didn't they just call this game the Fast and the Furious? Because it
It
was
does
shitty.
look a lot like Fast and Furious.
It was shitty. It looks really bad, and I hope they all die. The
Yeah.
creators.
So this is a
Um,
not buy for me.
Yeah, this is a not buy for me. Also, A Way Out.
This one looked interesting to me. I don't think I'd play it solo, but if I find a co-op partner, I think I'd get this game. I like the story-based co-op games. You know, they're fun to just play with someone else.
I don't know. All right, so I don't like these type of games. So it's a no for me. I thought the graphics were also kind of weird. Like they looked kind of good, but at the same time they looked cartoony. But it's like not the right type of cartoony. So you can go cartoony. I have no problem with that. But this game in particular like looks weird. It looks like half humans or something. You know, like monkeys or some shit.
Hmm.
It's a pass for me.
This is a maybe for me.
Anthem.
Anthem. So the EA conference obviously didn't show very much. It was just a basic
Yeah,
sort of
I saw
short
the
narrative trailer.
yeah.
I was interested from the narrative trailer though. I was like, oh, you know, I'm excited to see more on this tomorrow. Seeing it the next day, I was like, oh, this is just Destiny again.
Well, what I thought about it, I don't so much think it's Destiny. I think this is Mass Effect Andromeda 2. That's the feel I got from it. It had a few new mobility aspects, but very much just felt like fucking like that. But as far as Destiny, it's similar. Is it a multiplayer game?
It is, yes. Yeah, it's
I
multiplayer.
will not buy it. On to the next one, FIFA 18.
Well, hold on, I didn't even say what I'm gonna do.
Okay, go ahead.
Anthem, I'll say it's a maybe. I'm waiting to see more because I'm worried it will go the way of Destiny and just kind of be a generally not great game.
It's not going to go to the way of Destiny. If you want my personal opinion, it's going to go the way of the Old Republic. They're going to spend tons of money on it, and then finally, it's going to come out, and it will be pretty bad. And what could have been a really great single player experience will be ruined because multiple people playing it. All right, it's a pass for me for right now. If I see a review that says like the story is really thrilling, what BioWare is actually known for, then I'll be more interested. But at the moment, it seemed like a really hollow game. Like a hollow game with very good graphics. It just doesn't sell me.
Yeah.
And I'm also more wary about BioWare after the previous few titles they've released. Now, obviously, Dragon Age Inquisition was amazing, but I wouldn't say amazing. It's a great game. But then you have two games in a row that I really wasn't. I mean, it was at the very least Andromeda. One game, and then on top of that, the Old Republic. They're still trying to get that to work, and it's I don't see it working. Anyway, it's a pass for me right now, but it might change. FIFA 18.
I don't care at all.
Yeah, me either. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, we're going to rehash this again, because I know you're going to bring it up anyway. Pre-ordered Battlefront. It wasn't good at all. No single player, no Galactic Conquest. Just sort of a reskinned, shitty Battlefield. No.
I completely agree. But anyway,
we've been over all of this. It wasn't a good game, essentially.
Okay, I got to say this. I got to interrupt and just speak my mind. Okay, I hate that I liked the trailer as much as I did.
Yes, it did look very cool.
It looked super cool, and I know the combat's going to be ruined by some stupid arcade bullshit that they just threw in there because, hey, whatever, and then they're going to throw in those fucking patches where it's like, hey, you pre-ordered the collector's edition, so you got a gun that no one else can get until the very last fucking level that you can reach, so fuck you. And to me, I'm like, fuck you, I hate this shit, eat a dick.
However, they are taking steps. They added a single-player campaign. That's
great.
Changed the the Jedi hero system. All DLC is going to be free. They've announced.
I mean, it's a lot of good, but I'm not convinced just yet. I said to myself is, I'm gonna wait until some reviewers from like YouTubers or people that I actually trust,
Hmm.
uh, like Angry Joe. I want to hear from Angry Joe like an 8 out of 10 or higher, because I feel like Angry Joe's not gonna lie about a game he hated before sequel.
Right. So this is a maybe
Um,
for me.
so like I wouldn't trust IGN, I wouldn't trust GameSpot or any of those
Yeah.
companies to tell me like it's better than the last one. Yeah, they could release a fucking literally a turd. Like they could send a review copy and it's a fucking dried up turd, and that would be better than the last one. So yeah, fuck it. Battlefield 1 DLC. It's DLC for Battlefield 1.
I already bought the Ultimate Edition of Battlefield 1, so.
Okay. NBA Live 18. The NBA Live series is inferior to the NBA 2K series in every way. Let's move on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The Xbox One X reveal.
Yeah, we should talk about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see what your opinion is.
um, yeah, they really liked rehashing the most powerful console of all time. It's like,
I
yes,
mean,
you are releasing the most current console. If it wasn't
so
the most powerful console, that would be a problem.
yeah, exactly. I can kind of see that. What I do think is really interesting is that if you were maybe planning on buying like a $600 $700 PC and you weren't planning on torrenting or modding or anything like that, or like maybe emulating, if you just wanted to play games on a $600 or $700 PC or 800 even, you might want to give the Xbox One X a look see, because I think you're going to be impressed. Um, First of all, the fully backwards compatible with the original Xbox games,
Oh,
the fully backwards compatible with Xbox 360 games, and I know they won't
well, you
come
can't say
out all at
fully because it's
once.
not every title, but yes,
It will be. That's what they
that's
basically
that's their
promised.
hope. Yes, and that would be
Yeah.
nice.
Um, that's really interesting. The problem with the OG Xbox games is that a cut, and the reason why they haven't really re-released many of them, other than actually like redoing them, is because uh, when Microsoft made the original Xbox, they signed a licensing deal with Nvidia
Mhm.
that like 40% of all like their sales of what they should make in licensing would go to Nvidia.
Mm.
Like a crazy deal that they obviously immediately regretted, because on the next iteration, the Xbox 360, which came out like 4 years after that, used an ATI card.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, basically, I like it. I like it a lot.
It
The
does look very
problem I
good.
have, the problem I mainly have, is that almost, and I almost want to say all of the games that were announced during the Xbox E3 event are multi-platform.
Right. Yeah.
I want to say, were they all? I think they might have
I
all
think
been.
they all were, except for like Forza. Which
No, Forza's on PC.
is it? Well, okay, so
Yeah,
all of theirs are always going to be on PC now because they've done the
yeah,
merge where they always do Windows 10.
I understand that, but I think it's a mistake on their part,
A little bit, yeah.
because what could have been like, I would have bought one. I'm no longer going to buy one, because I obviously have like a $2,000 PC, so
Yeah.
why would I need uh, something that is less powerful? Now, don't get me wrong, most people do not have a powerful PC like
Mm.
us, so they're not going to be interested in purchasing it. However, let's just throw this out. It needs to be said. Um, what is a 350 $400 graphics card in the 1070? The Xbox One X matches a 1070.
Hmm.
Like it really does. It matches a 1070. Um, and people start commenting, "Ooh, 1070 has 7 teraflops, and the Xbox One X only has 6." We don't know the performance metrics of what these things are capable of on the Xbox One X, because Vega has not been released, so we don't know
Hmm.
what that means. But we do know that it is powerful enough for 60 frames per second, 4K in some titles,
Yeah.
um, which I think that's pretty important. Now, I was just playing Shadow of Mordor,
Right.
and I was getting like 90 FPS
Mm.
on 4K. So for me, I mean, it's pointless. But with 1080 Ti, but the Vega is not bad, and this should really not be bad.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, almost half as powerful as what the full Vega chip is going to be. So it's going to be interesting. I really think that the One X hits a really nice spot where it has everything. So all of your previous games are backwards compatible. You get the best console experience, obviously, but I mean, whatever. It's not really that great. They kept hammering it in, like you said. But it is very good all around. It has 4K Blu-ray, which PS4 Pro does not. Which I always thought was a really odd choice for them to not include 4K Blu-ray. But yeah, you got anything else to say about Xbox One X?
I think we are glossing over the glaring negative, which is the fucking retarded name.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a good name.
So the reason they did it is that they want the initials to spell out Xbox. So capital X, capital B, 1X, Xbox. It's a terrible name because it's the same shit Nintendo does. Xbox One X and Xbox One S are not that different in terms of sound.
I don't think it's as bad as Nintendo. Let's give Nintendo for some credit.
Okay,
for being fucking terrible.
Not the 3DS is worse, but
yeah,
like Wii U, same fucking terrible decision.
I think people are gonna see the X and they're gonna know it's a better quality product. And they're
I
also
still think it was a
price
poor
tag.
name choice.
Plus, they're gonna be like the white one is the least powerful one, the black one is the more powerful one. Also the smaller one. For some reason, I think it's kind of weird because the console didn't need to be smaller. Also, apparently there were some PC gamers that got really mad because they said it was liquid cooled.
Yeah, but it's vapor cooling.
Technically, that is liquid cooling, but just have to say it. Technically, there's liquid in there. That's how vapor cooling works.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. It's not like a liquid radiator, but you know.
I was fine with it. I didn't have issue, but I understand what
I
you're
didn't
saying.
care. I understand that they're trying to sell a console, so they're going to say whatever the fuck they need to say to sell a console. Let's go ahead and I don't know. I think we talked enough about
The console. Yeah, that's fine. Move on to the games.
Yep. Forza.
Don't give a shit. Hate racing games.
I like racing games, and I've never really been a big fan of Forza up until like the last two, where they were clearly better than the Sony offerings. But at the same time, they're getting like really played out and boring because the simulation is the same as GT or Gran Turismo 3. Like everything after that is just the same bland shit. It's not really been that explosive or new. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Assassin's Creed Origins.
Hold on. Forza's a no buy for me. Are you leaning towards it or?
I'm leaning in the middle where if the reviews are outstandingly positive, I will give Forza a chance.
Okay. So you're a maybe.
Because it is on PC.
Yeah.
It's a maybe. Assassin's Creed Origins.
So I used to love the Assassin's Creed games. Played 1 quite a bit, played 2 a lot, played the other 2 games a lot. I mean, by other 2, I mean the other games in the 2 series, Brotherhood and Revelations.
Yeah.
Complete 3, didn't really enjoy it as much, and I complete Black Flag. Okay. And then I dropped off at that point. I think this will be the game that I will play again. I will get back into Assassin's Creed.
I think it looks exactly like all the other Assassin's Creed games, and I have no interest in them.
I like the Egyptian setting, and I like going back to before.
I like the Egyptian. I like the Egyptian setting. That's it.
That's fair.
That's about it. That's where it ends. And also, I still hate them because they're shitty voice acting in every single one of their games.
Well, this game is a yes for me.
There's no reason to have someone like I understand. You want someone with like a more authentic, like let's say Italian, like, hey, excuse me, but they're using like the most. It's just a white dude, like me, going, "Hello, what do you do? It's your where do you go? And I'm like, no, what the fuck are you doing? You're hamming it up to like an extreme that I can no longer accept as a human being. Anyway, it's a pass for me. Metro Exodus.
I love the Metro games. Really fun, really interesting setting. I thought they were really, really cool. I'm excited for this one.
It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It's a total buy for me.
yeah, it's definitely a buy for me as well.
All right, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Uh, this isn't a release. This is just a port for Xbox.
Mhm.
I already own this game, so I guess it's a buy
No.
for me.
Yeah. I'll probably pick it up on PC pretty soon here on Steam. The one thing that I will say is the way they worded it was very much like, no, the PC version's going to stop and it's going to be made on Xbox now.
It kind of sounded like that, but
Which was-
they more
which
meant
was
console
weird.
exclusive. But
Yeah, I know.
just poor
But it
wording.
was really weird, and I had to explain to someone like, no, it's still going to be made on PC. It's just tons of money that they're would be missing out on. So
Mhm.
the Darwin Project.
You skipped one. State of Decay 2.
Oh yeah, State of Decay 2. Have no interest in it. You?
I have the first one. Couldn't be bothered to play it, so probably won't get this one.
Okay, got around that. All right, the Darwin Project.
Looks like shit. Garbage. I don't give a fuck. It looks
All right,
terrible.
to be honest, I did not see it, so I'm gonna click on this YouTube video. Look at the second. It's
Go
a
for
snap judgment.
it. It's
Let's
like an
see.
arena shooter thing. Ability.
Oh fuck no! It looks terrible.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
it looks real bad.
I mean, but you know what? People said that about League of Legends. So if you're a developer of the Darwin Project, sup. But you know, it could be really great, but you know, it looks like shit. So anyway, on to the next one. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I don't really care.
I really like Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, you do.
This fighting game looks really fighting game. Like,
Yeah.
Xenoverse was interesting because it was more of a 3D, like different type of game. This looks really fighting-y. So I had some people message me and be like, "Hey, you're gonna get this because it's Dragon Ball, right?" And I'm like, "Haha!" Like didn't say anything because I don't know if I will. It's too fighting-y.
So you're
I don't like
you're
fighting
maybe on
games,
this
sorry.
one.
Yeah, it's a hard maybe though. Maybe if it's like $40, maybe if it's $30 on launch.
I'm a no on this one because fighting games are only fun with friends, and none of my friends really play fighting games anymore, and definitely none of them buy the Dragon Ball Z fighting games. So it's a no. It's a no.
All right, Deep Rock Galactic.
Don't remember what this is.
It's kind of like that weird Minecraft fighting game type deal. Like you're in a,
Let me look at this.
it's like you're mining inside of a thing.
Oh,
terrible graphics.
Yeah, don't give a fuck. Looks like garbage.
Yeah. It's a maybe. You know, if it comes out real cheap, I might get it.
Yeah, if it's like 5
let's
cents.
move on. Yeah, no, not $5. You know, and it starts picking up steam. But it's I'm so sick of people abusing like the graphics of like 16-bit, 8-bit, or even like more polygonal esque. That like it's retro. It's like under the guise of style. But me and you both know it's because you didn't have enough big of a budget to make a more, which is fine, but then they don't make it good either.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait on this one. It may be fun, but oh well. The Artful Escape.
So people were all like excited because it's like, oh, Annapurna's making a game, which I'm not sure what Annapurna is. I think they're like a movie company maybe. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it looked terrible. Not interested.
It didn't look that interesting. It's not a buy for me. Don't care.
It looked like an LSD trip video, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. But the last
But
night.
who knows? It could be really great.
Yeah, maybe. So the last night is next, I believe. They didn't show a lot. I don't-
It's got that same 16-bit graphics, but it actually looks really good.
It does look.
My
really
problem is
interesting.
it doesn't show any gameplay
Yes,
whatsoever. So
that was my problem as well. So I will put it in the maybe camp until I see something.
And I know we're not there yet, but Vampire had the same type of feel with a Y. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm interested in that though.
I'm not interested because they didn't show me any gameplay, and if you don't show me any gameplay, I'm not really interested. What are we on now? Sea of Thieves. I loved this game. I'm going to buy this game.
I very well might get it.
But you know what? This game also kind of has that feel of like Project Spark, where it's like promising too much.
Mm-hmm.
Where it kind of feels like when they're like, oh yeah, this is where it's actually just like a level and not like an open world. And even if it is an open world, I want to know what they're doing to kind of achieve, all this like 3D space open world with like thousands of players.
Yeah.
Like they said
It looks like
which
it'll
I
be
don't
fun
like.
with friends. I'll never play it alone.
Yeah, exactly. But it does look like a game I'd like to try. Black Desert on Xbox One. It's Black Desert.
It's an MMO who gets fun.
It's Black Desert on Xbox One. Okay, next one. Cuphead.
So people were excited about this. They're like, "Oh, it's
I don't give a
Kickstarter. It's
fuck.
finally here." Yeah, I don't care.
I agree with that. Who cares? Crackdown 3. It's the sequel to Crackdown 2.
Which was a sequel to Crackdown 1. So
Yes,
funny,
yes.
funny about this. I was aware of Crackdown. I did not know there was a second Crackdown. And Crackdown was always in the back of my mind, like, maybe someday I'll check this out. Seeing this trailer made me think, maybe I'll never check this out.
So again, they went with like a really so the previous games had like a cell shaded look to them. This one like went with a really heavily cell shaded look to it. I feel like this looks worse than Crackdown 2. Gameplay might be interested, but it's another game, and I swear to God that I found like 6 that just they look exactly like Mass Effect Andromeda, but like a little different. Which is what I felt like with the Anthem game. I feel this exact same way with Crackdown 3. They had like the same like jump up and then jump forward, like whoa, like okay. I'm not gonna buy it. It was Super Lucky's Tale. It's literally Lucky's Tale for Xbox without VR.
Yeah. I'm interested in this one. I like platformer games.
You can buy it right now.
I don't have VR. No intention to
Okay,
get
whatever.
But yeah, I mean, this one's a maybe
Tacoma.
for me, probably. Tacoma, I believe that's a VR game, right?
I don't know.
I think it is. Don't give a fuck.
Okay, so this one's really weird because there's really no information on this entire fucking thing. It looks like you're just like in a spaceship and just flying around and shit. What the fuck? It's
Yeah, they didn't
like
show anything.
your trailer fucking. No, I will just say this much: the person who made this trailer, fuck you, you suck ass. I hope you die because it made no fucking sense. This game might be great. How the fuck would I know?
Yeah,
How the fuck would I actually find out if this game is any good? Your trailer sucks.
agreed.
Okay, the next one. Ashen.
I was intrigued when I saw it. Don't know anything about it though, so I have no idea. It's a solid maybe because it looked interesting, but I had no
It
information.
looked like something like Dark Souls fans would
right,
like.
and that's why I was intrigued. But I have nothing.
It
about
has like a political. It has more like goofy art style, which is weird because it's kind of like horror-y, but it has like a goofy. I don't. I mean, it worked for Luigi's Mansion, so maybe it'll work for this.
Yeah.
Life is Strange Before the Storm.
I'm excited for this one. I loved Life is Strange. I'm excited to
haven't-
see the before. Less excited than I
Haven't
am for
played
Life
it.
is Strange 2, but
Haven't seen Life is Strange. I have it downloaded on my PS4 because it was on PlayStation Plus thing.
the free.
I haven't played it.
You should play it. It's actually pretty good.
I might give it a try soon. Ori and the Will of Wisps.
So I haven't played Ori and the Blind Forest. It's supposed to be phenomenal. But this is
Yeah,
a
that's what I
solid
heard.
maybe if I play Ori first.
Yeah, agreed. All right, and then again with Anthem,
Which we already touched
both
on.
agreed, maybe. Middle Earth: Shadow of War. This is yes for me.
You know, I'm maybe on this one. Probably only spend like $30 on it.
Wait. Explain yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just tell everyone what you fucking did.
So Middle of Earth: Shadow of War.
So how long ago did you pre-order it?
I pre-ordered it 2 months ago, probably. Right?
Okay, how
Month
much
and a
did you
half?
spend on this? How much did you spend on this pre-order?
You know,
Just very, very interested to know that.
Roughly, I would say I spent, as I click the exact listing, $300 on this.
Is that with or without tax? Real quick.
That's without tax.
All right. So what comes with this collector's edition?
With the Mithril edition, you get the Middle of Earth Shadow of War Gold edition with exclusive steel case.
Ooh,
You
I
get-
do like Steelbook.
Yeah, steelbooks are nice. A premium
like 'em.
case with a magnetic ring of power.
Now, did you get this for PC?
I got it for
Or PS-
PS4.
Wow, then you might actually want to get a PS4 Pro just for this
Yeah.
game. Anyway,
Yeah. So a premium case with a magnetic ring of power.
wow,
Uh,
magnetic. Now, what does the magnetic ring of power do? Does it simply just
I think
be a magnet?
I
Is
think
that is it just a fucking magnet
it's
that
a
is in the
magnet that
shape
you
of a
can
ring?
wear on your finger.
Wow,
Uh,
amazing. So it's a ring that is
yeah.
magnetic.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
assume it
pretty
has I
powerful.
assume it has the engraving as well of the ring of
Oh
power.
yeah, it better.
A mithril war chest. I assume to contain it all.
Just imagine this. If you do any programming on like older stuff and you actually need to like, mess with floppies at any moment, or maybe
Mhm.
like, I don't know if yours has this, but our property still uses tapes.
Yeah, we don't
Uh,
do that.
no, we still use tapes for surveillance. They carry like they're tapes that carry
I am aware of the
roughly.
effect of magnets on things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but they're like 1.7 terabytes on
Yeah.
these tapes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be funny to just
Just
fucking
wipe
ruin
it.
it. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen,
You
and this
also
will be.
get the official game music soundtrack.
Now, what is the really the thing that makes it $300?
That would be the limited edition 12-inch Targoroth Balrog versus Karnan Drake statue.
Hmm. Okay, and it's $300.
Yeah.
All right.
There's also a
So
cloth map of Mordor.
yeah, but
Some
anyway,
stickers, collector box.
you can probably buy that separately for less.
I'm happy to support it. I loved the first game.
So I will say this, right? I went back to play Shadow of Mordor because they had it like $5 on Bundle Stars. Um, Very impressed. Like it a lot. Still playing through it. I just recently was playing through it yesterday. I'm going to continue playing through it after this. But yeah, it's my current game that I'm playing, and I will probably pick it up after giving Shadow of Mordor another chance because I didn't get that far into it. Um, I watched the trailer, and I got to say, I like the things they added. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to spend no fucking $300 on it, but I'll spend a fifth of that, roughly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the game. I think it's going to be really cool.
All right, they did an id at Xbox games montage. What I have to say to this is, cool.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that's about it. Whatever. Um, you know,
Minecraft 4K.
there were a lot of games. They had Fortnite in there.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
I'm
those.
not. Yeah, I don't care about Fortnite. A lot of people are getting really hyped about Fortnite, but I will have you remember, it's a game where you build forts, and then you stop waves of enemies,
Yeah.
similar to Orcs Must Die.
Similar to every
So if
tower
you already
defense
have,
ever.
yeah, if you already have Orcs Must Die,
Which is a
um,
great game.
yeah, it's a really great game. If you already have Orcs Must Die, yeah, the game's pretty cheap. Yeah, that's about it. And then they brought up some games that already exist, like Ark, Path of Exile,
Yeah.
Black Desert,
Yeah, yeah.
a bunch of games, Conan Exiles, and some other games that you've already heard about and we'll hear about later. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for that thing. It was weird. Then you have Anthem brought back up again. Or no, I went. Sorry, True 4K gaming on
Yeah, that was
Xbox
just them
One X.
being like,
Um,
oh, we got 4K.
Experience 4K at 30 FPS.
Experience
next
4K
thing-
in a way you never had. Rendering a voxel-based game
Yeah,
that hasn't
experience.
changed since it came out.
Yeah, Minecraft with new textures.
Um, yeah, nothing to say about that.
Then Code Vein.
So this, I'm torn on this one because the combat and the setting looked really interesting. I was like, oh, a hack and slash or maybe even Souls-like game. That's cool. And then it was like so anime at parts.
Yeah, you know what? You know what though?
I'll
Looked real
probably
good.
get it though. I'll probably get it. It looked cool.
It looks like something I'd be interested in if it weren't Dark Souls related.
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
don't even think it's Dark Souls related. I think it's just hack and slash, to be honest.
Yeah,
More
I
God
know,
of War.
but it's not really. All right, now let's get on to the most depressing part of the E3, the Bethesda conference.
Yeah.